Today's video, I'm going to do a full face with the makeup I wore before I started YouTube. Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lisa Monique Beauty, where we cover all things beauty and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. So today's video, I thought it would be fun to redo my makeup with the makeup that I wore before I discovered YouTube. And I do feel like there were two moments in time before YouTube. There was the before my daughter started wearing makeup and going to professional photographers, and I started learning how to do makeup for my photography clients because I did shift some of the products and the brands at that time, which was maybe a year or two before I started YouTube, versus the products that I used pretty much my entire 20s, 30s, and mid 40s, which are readily available at the drugstore. And we will talk about those. And that's pretty much what I am wearing now. A few of the products aren't available anymore, so we did have to use some of the more recent purchases. Okay, so I'm going to start with foundation. I have used the L'Oreal True Match forever. I was always a W4, but now I'm a W6. I think this color matches perfect. When I applied this, because I purchased it for a drugstore foundation video, I don't know, maybe in the fall, I keep forgetting how much I love this foundation. It is so thin and natural feeling. It dries down. I mean, it's everything that I love about a foundation, and it's a perfect coverage. It's a medium coverage, a light medium coverage. It's not too heavy. It is buildable. I just really love this foundation, and I think the reason why I don't use it as much is because I miss a pump. You know, I would shake it like this and dot it on my face, and I always applied using my fingers before I started getting into makeup in my early 40s. Might even been 50 before I got into makeup again. But anyways, really love this. Before I started my YouTube channel, though, the 2 years prior to starting my YouTube channel, I was using Charlotte Tilbury. I was using the Healthy Glow Moisturizer to kind of give an even base, and then the Light Wonder was and still is one of my holy grail foundations. Then on top of that, let's see, should we do eyes or face? We'll just do face. I would always just go in with a MAC blush. The one I'm using today is called Harmony. I think it is discontinued. This wasn't even my primary one though. This one's a little bit more brown, but Desert Rose was the one I used every day, and I still saw it online, so it still is available. MAC blushes are blendable. You can buy them in a pot like this, or you can buy them to create your own palette. These three down here are also MAC blushes. They're very pigmented. They go on easy. They blend easy. They last a long time. I don't know why I don't reach for my MAC blushes, because it's just not really the trendy thing, I guess. There's so many other new products out there, but MAC is definitely a tried and true staple. I also used MAC eyeshadows back then. I don't have any that I used. Once I discovered Charlotte Tilbury about 5 years ago, I did switch over, and my Charlotte Tilbury palette of choice used to be called the Dolce Vita. It is now called Bella Sofia, but it's the same one. It's kind of a rust brown, a light, creamy, neutral light shade, a deep brown, and a gold. So I would always wear them as one and done. Sometimes I'd use the gold as my one and done. Today I'm wearing the rust color because I'm wearing green, and then I would use the deep color to go over my eyeliner. Speaking of eyeliners, I don't remember what I used in my 30s. I don't even remember. I am completely blank, but I do remember I used to use the Urban Decay 24/7, a little bit more recent, maybe in my mid 40s, and then I switched over to Charlotte Tilbury. These are the classic pencils. I had the Kohl's too. The Kohl's were creamier going on, and then they would dry down, but I like the kind of powdery finish of the classics. Once they settle down, or once they set down, they are very, very long wearing on your skin or on your eyes. They don't smear underneath the eyes. For brows, I really never did my brows up until a few years ago, because my excuse was I have bangs, and up until I really hit my 50s, my brows and my lashes were extremely thick and healthy. So I didn't really need to fill in my brows. In fact, I would just have them waxed to be shaped. But once I started using a brow pencil, I was using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was really the only one that was mentioned to me. My color is granite, though I used to use deep brown. The deep brown was the color that was recommended to me, and then I discovered I liked the granite shade better. For mascara, I always curled my lashes, and it used to be I would curl my lashes and then forget to put mascara on. I would have to touch my lashes going, oh, I forgot to put mascara on today, because my lashes were so thick and dark and long. But I used to use, oops, I just tossed it away. I tossed it because it's dried out. I used to use the Great Lash, and I used the Great Lash mascara for 20, 30 years. And it's funny because now I see it was a wetter mascara, and my kids never liked it because they said when they curl their lashes, it uncurled them. But because my lashes were so long naturally, this one was just good at making sure the tips were as black as they could be, but I didn't really use it for thickening, volumizing, lengthening, or anything like that. When I did switch things over again before my YouTube channel, but maybe 5 years ago, I did start using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. Oh, the other eyeshadow that I started using once I discovered Charlotte Tilbury is my favorite, Eyes to Mesmerize in Rose Gold. And I also had the shade Betty, which was kind of just a true gold, and I think it's called something else. I don't know. There was a gold one also that I used to use all the time, and they're still some of my favorite eyeshadows today. Okay, so is that all the eyes? All right, let's just do the powder. I always used the MAC Blot Powder in medium deep, and that's what I use today. I do need to get some deep for the summer. I really like this because sometimes I just feel a little greasy, and I feel like some of the other setting powders and things that I use, they kind of blend things, maybe blur things, but I don't feel like they're actually absorbing, the shine. And so the blot powder, I feel, absorbs the shine. I like it that I can travel with it. It doesn't break easily in my purse, unlike my Charlotte Tilbury. And I just love how it pulls everything together. And I've always used the puff. I never used a brush. I just used the puff. Once I discovered makeup, again, 5 years ago, I did buy a bunch of MAC brushes. I have like the 217 for the eyes, a couple other ones for the eyes, but these were my favorite MAC brushes for years until I switched to my Rephr and BK Beauty brushes. So this was the MAC 107. Can't really read it. It's kind of faded off. Might be 137. I'll put it up above. I love this one. This one is so great to apply blush, to bronzer. It's so long and fluffy, and it's not really thick. It's very airy. It's just a really great blending brush. This powder brush, the 140, this is the 140 short. I don't even know if it's still available. It's so soft. I love the fan. I just love applying my powder with this brush. And then I love this brush too. This is the MAC 133, and I would use this for highlighter, but I typically don't wear highlighters a lot. But when I did, this was just the perfect size to touch the highlighter on just to the high points of the cheekbones. So those are some of my pre-YouTube favorite brushes. For lips, way back when, I used to use MAC lipsticks. My favorite was this VivaGlam 5. It's been discontinued. I love it. There was also VivaGlam 6, or maybe it was 4. I don't know. I had a couple of VivaGlams that were just kind of normal berry toned your lip color, but maybe a little bit darker shades. And so I use them forever. From the drugstore, I always liked the Revlon Rum Raisin. And then once I discovered Charlotte Tilbury, I moved over to the Pillow Talk in this case. I can't remember exactly what type of lipstick this is. This one is creamy, whereas the original Pillow Talk is matte. This is the one my daughter still uses. We just purchased it for her again. I also have a couple of these because they're so great to travel with, and they are so nice and creamy. I don't necessarily feel like I need to cover them with gloss, but when I did use a gloss, I used this little Ibiza Nights. This is a Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss, and this is the one that I've used forever. I really didn't have a collection of makeup before my YouTube channel. I just had a single little makeup bag, and everything I owned even stuff I wasn't using regularly, all fit in that one little makeup bag. And so I just didn't change things up for years and years. This is all kind of a new thing for me, but it's pretty fun. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoy this makeup look with the makeup that I used to wear before YouTube. I really don't feel like the look has changed all that much, even though the products are always changing. I feel like I still apply my makeup the same way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it, give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.